Brian, congratulations on the win, on finishing top of the MLS group as well. The first half looked like it was probably played how you wanted it, other than the goal there at the end. But what did you guys do better in the second half, did you think?
Well, let me start off by saying we're the only team in both sides that have won all 3 games. Let me correct you on that. Let me compliment Senor Abreu, because he's a very nice man. Got to talk to him a little bit. Very, very distinguished career, and his team played well. The first half started off okay. You know, they caused us some problems sitting back. You know, we had the double post in the beginning. You know, obviously Albert's penalty kick miss certainly changed the game, and it gave them life. And then they came right down and scored, and a lot of teams would have folded, but our team doesn't fold. Our team doesn't quit. Our team can overcome adversity, and they can persevere and survive, maybe, is what I would say, because, you know, we took some injuries. We're playing against a good team, a well-coached team, and it was a hard game. The subs they brought on were good players. So what did we change? What did we want to do differently in the second half? There were minor tweaks, Jeremiah. I wanted the left side to be a little bit more potent. We tried to unleash Reed a little bit more. We tried to push Obed over here to help Kalani and create some overloads on the right. We just tried to balance the team. And Kent did what he needed to do, played vertical. You know, it's a great cross. And, you know, Osaze, you know, great header, brought us back into the game, brought some life. And then, you know, Jesus' delivery, Christian's, you know, outswinger. You know, it's another shout out to my good friend Ravi Ravameni, who I know is going to be listening to my interview. You know, first contact on outswingers, you need a guy to crash at the back post. And the Moose, Danny Musowski, you know, saved us. So there you have it. There's your answer.
Moss.
Yeah, Brian, well, you went over the tactics, and you went over the goals. What I probably want to ask is, both of the goals, can you just talk about the determination of your striker? Because they were both headers, and they had to be physical and clinical in scoring the goals.
Well, Osaze was that the whole game. I mean, that kid took a step forward. That was a step forward to that kid. So he's been decent. He's been okay. He's had some good games, you know, at Defiance. But there were some areas of improvement. And, you know, I think what he showed tonight, what he showed me at least, was that he was able to, you know, get to the next level. You know, because playing here and you're good, okay, fine, fair enough. But when you get to the next level, how do you adapt? How do you still make an impact? How do you still do the things that you're used to doing here? And so he accomplished that. And that was a great header. And he's a big, strong kid. And that's going to be his calling card. And that's what's going to keep him in this league, if he can, you know, score goals like that. Determination, you want to talk about determination. I would not just the two strikers, not just Moose and Osaze, but the entire team. We came out in the second half, and you know, we picked up the energy. The level was higher, and again, that's kudos to the mentality of that group. You know, and they persevered.
Brian, you mentioned the injuries. Wondering if you have any update on Albert and Ryan, and then also what specifically happened with Obed in the first 10 minutes of the game, do you know?
He just threw up. He had upset stomach, he threw up, so he got ball hit his stomach. That was that, nothing bad. Look, Albert and Ryan, they have hamstring injuries. We're going to get MRIs. I'll give you more details on Friday when we get the results back, but it's 2 hamstring injuries.
Brian, congratulations on the win and on advancing as the 1 seed. I just wanted to ask about the physicality that you've seen over the past few days. 2 very physical games in a very short span. How has the team handled that physicality, especially in such a congested schedule right now?
Good. I mean, we didn't get any adverse altercations with the referees. I thought she did a good job tonight. I think the game was good. You know, the game was physical, but that was because Tijuana needed a result. They put themselves in a position to get a result, and then our team came charging back and put them under pressure. And so the game became physical, and when you say physical, it's not always about the fouls, but it's about the running, it's the sprinting, it's the heading, it's the tackles, it's the duels, it's Alex Roldan with a big, you know, shiner on the top of his head. You know, it's all those things are physical too.
Brian, just a question about 2 specific players. One, Andrew Thomas seemed to come up big when you needed him most here today, and Reed, you rotate that side. He seems to have a really good game. Just your thoughts on what both of those guys did for you today.
Yeah, Andrew's been good. He's been steady. I'm going to give him this tournament. Look, he couldn't. That first goal that Tijuana scored was a very excellent strike. I mean, I can't fault Andrew for that. You know, it was a play leading up to that top of the box, you know, on the long throw. But, you know, Andrew has done well. And look, Reed is still a young player. He's got a lot of areas that he can improve on, but he's got some good starting points. He's a talented kid, but he's got a ways to go.
Brian, congratulations on the win. Just wondering if you could talk more about the all-female refereeing crew, since they were appointed for tonight, on how they did and what it means for women in professional sports.
It's good. I have 0 problems with that crew. They did an excellent job. The 4th official was very professional. That wasn't an easy game for any referee, male or female, so I thought they did a fine job. Buenas noches.
Felicitaciones por la clasificación.
Thank you.
Se logró el puntaje perfecto, 9 puntos, pero los 2 partidos últimos se ganaron sufriendo. De acuerdo al plantel que envió a la cancha el día de hoy, quizás se cometió el error de dar el partido por ganado antes de jugarlo.
Good evening. Congratulations for the qualification. Sounders obtained a perfect 100%, 9 points. Yet the last 2 matches, there was a little bit of suffering. The lineup for the match today, could that be a reflect of having considered the match already won before it started?
No entiendo. We don't take anything for granted. We put the best lineup for each of the 3 games. We have to set a lineup for the Galaxy in order to win, so I'm not sure of the question. Maybe the translation was, I didn't get the nuance, but we did not for any 1 second think that we had already gone through in the qualification for this tournament. We understood that we needed to get a result. We had all the scenarios in front of us. The objective of the Seattle Sounders, though, was to win the game in regulation. That was our objective. And I hope that answers your question.
I don't understand. No, we never take anything. Perdón. Changing channel, yes, please. No le entiendo. En realidad, nosotros nunca tomamos nada como garantizado. Tuvimos que seleccionar el plantel, el mejor plantel disponible y posible para cada uno de los partidos y también pensando para los próximos partidos. y en ningún momento pensamos que estaba asegurado. A lo mejor la traducción, se perdió algo en la traducción, pero en ningún segundo estuvimos pensando que estaba todo garantizado. Nosotros entendíamos muy bien los escenarios y los objetivos. Teníamos el objetivo de ganar el partido en el tiempo normal y siempre fue este nuestro reto.
Coach Brian, congratulations for the win. My question to you is, what do you think about this new format for Leagues Cup where 18 teams from each side participate, only 4 qualify to the next round? The possibilities of qualifying are minimum. What do you think about this new format?
Well, I love the competition between Liga MX and MLS. I don't have any strong opinion about 4 out of 18. I only understand that it's very hard. And so congratulations to that team in there, those players, for being first on both tables. But as far as the tournament, the rules, all of those things, fixture congestion in the middle of a busy season, those are things that I don't control. I just know that I love the competition between Liga MX and MLS. I think it's exciting. These 3 games were very exciting games, each one different, but they were very exciting games.
Hi, Brian. Qasim Ali from The Spectrum. So you guys had 26 shots on today. That's one of your highest totals of the season. What did you think about how you guys generated opportunities throughout the game?
Well, I didn't check the expected goals. Sometimes shots can be deceiving. Had I, I wished a couple of those 26 shots would have been on target in the first half, would have made maybe our lives a little bit easier, including Albert's, penalty. So, we've been scoring quite a few goals as of late. I think that was one of our objectives coming into preseason this year, was to, increase the chance creation, goals and assists. I think we have a very talented attacking group, and, if Saze keeps developing, and Ryan and Georgie Galasso and Pedro, and then, Albert and Jordan's going to come back, and, we've got a lot of guys that can score goals. So that's good for me.
One last question here.
So Kevin Castañeda managed some pretty good play against you guys in the first half, was able to turn some of the players around, especially Christian. What did your team, and especially Christian, do to contain him more in the second half?
Well, again, I would probably go back to Senor Abreu's ability to get the most out of his team. It is a team sport. They certainly have very talented players. I think just overall, our team did a good job limiting them. They obviously created some chances in transition, and some of those transition moments came, yes, from a moment of individual, good play by their players and getting around some of our defenders, but that's the game. And, again, credit to Tijuana, they're a very good team.
With that last question, we thank Coach Brian Schmetzer. Thank you very much.
Thank you for everything. Muy bien.